Welcome everyone, my name is Rigel, and today we're gonna take a look at what we know so far about Eurovision 2023 as of January of 2023. Now, obviously, we're in the new year, we're in the year of Eurovision 2023, so there's a lot going on. And before I get back to the Wikipedia page, as I normally do, I want to show you this graphic from Eurovisionario. That was posted, I think, just yesterday as of recording this, and it shows just the stuff that's happening this week alone. So yeah, we're already in for a very busy week. You can see here on Monday we're getting the songs from Norway for Heat One, and actually as of recording this, they're already out. I haven't listened to them, but a lot of people are raving over Ulrika's song. Um, but we'll get back to Norway in the wiki page. Um, and also we have the Pesmaza Eurovisio, artists that are going to be announced today by RTS. Um, there's a bunch of rumored names in there. If you use Twitter, you probably know about this certain account called Crystal Ball ESC, among which I think was Maria Sharifovich, the singer of Molitva from 2007, I think. There's her. There's also some others. I think Ivana from the former Hurricane is also in. And also the new Hurricane. They formed a new Hurricane with three different girls, which is interesting. So yeah. Anyways, those are some of the rumored names. They're gonna be announced today. I don't know when, but they are gonna be announced today. And then later we're gonna have well, this whole week actually is gonna be the national final for Belgium, and for today we're gonna have Loredana select her song from two that were posted earlier, um, or rather, well, not really the two. They weren't really posted as such. They only posted like snippets. I think they're gonna post all of the songs on the 13th. So yeah. Anyway, Loredana's gonna showcase or preview, I guess, her two songs, and then select one of those for the final. Um, on Tuesday, it's a pretty quiet day because we only have Shireen selecting her song, which is almost 100% going to be Samo Nuipa because um, people on Twitter are going crazy over it. So, yeah, not much on Tuesday. But on Wednesday, we are getting the artists for UMK, which is the Finnish selection. Um, Rumored names include Robin Paculin, Lysandra, Portion Boys, uh, and a few others that I can't remember right now. After that, we have a press conference from Spain where I'm pretty sure they're going to draw the running order for the semifinals of Benidorm Fest. I don't know what else they'd be doing, honestly, but that's what the Spaniards have been saying. So, yeah. Um, After that, we also have more Belgian stuff. Hunter Falls is gonna showcase one of his songs. Actually, I think this graphic has it a little bit wrong, but uh, Hunter Falls is gonna showcase one of his songs, and then Amira is gonna showcase her two songs. Yeah, so it's pretty weird. But yeah, and then uh, no, yeah, Hunter Falls is gonna it's gonna be a later date when he selects his song. Um, and also on Wednesday we have the first song from Finland, which if we go by the hints on Instagram, uh, it's probably going to be I can't remember actually, but yeah, it's gonna be the first song on Wednesday. So um, yeah, look out for that. I think UMK is gonna be really strong as usual. Anyways, on Thursday we're gonna have the songs from Dora, which is the Croatian selection. including, of course, a song from Damir Kejo. So we'll have to see what happens there. And later that day, we're also gonna have the first semifinal of Estilao. Um, if you like to check Eurovision odds, you'll know that on EurovisionWorld.com there's already Estilao odds on which singers are gonna qualify and which won't. So yeah, there's that. You can watch Estilao if you're interested. And then later that day, we also have the songs from Gala Drago. And honestly, I don't know which one she's gonna pick because both are great, I think. So yeah, she's gonna pick their song on on Thursday. Um, and also later that day, we're also gonna have the second song from Finland, which I'm pretty sure that is Robin Pakulin. But we'll have to see, of course. On Friday, we're getting the songs from Gustav and the Starlings, and I'm pretty sure the Starlings are choosing Roller Coaster, which is, according to fans, the the inferior song. So whatever. And we're also gonna have the first quarterfinal of MESC. Although I don't know if you should call them quarterfinals or not because they deleted one. Like there were 4 shows and then they reduced that to 3. So third finals? I don't know. So yeah, we're gonna have our first quarterfinal, I guess, of MESC where we're gonna have Aiden and some other singers. So yeah, and then on Saturday we're gonna have the second semifinal of Estilao. I think Alika is on the first semifinal, and then Annette and Freddy are in the second semifinal because they posted the running order earlier, and they were closing their separate shows. And also on Saturday, we're gonna have the first semifinal for Norway, with these songs as premiered today. And most importantly, on Saturday, we're going to have the final of the Belgian Eurosong, the Belgian national final. So yeah, by the end of this week, we're going to have another Eurovision song. It's going to come from Belgium. We don't know who's going to win because no one's bothered to set up odds for for Belgian Eurosong. I saw someone on Twitter called Belgo Song, which is nice. So yeah, we don't know who's gonna win, but judging by fan support on Twitter, people seem to want Shireen to win because she did this little skit earlier where she dressed up in this kind of cake costume and then kind of jump scare people in random malls in Belgium. So yeah, let's see what happens. But this is a really packed week, which is why I want to record this now before all this stuff happens. So yeah, with that said, let's get back to the wiki page. Right, we're not even gonna talk about this honestly because I've talked about it enough. It's gonna be in Liverpool. It's gonna be on the 9th, 11th, and 13th. And yeah, a long selection process, which wasn't actually that long. Um, yeah, there's not much new actually. In terms of actual organization stuff. However, um, as of recording this, we don't know when it is yet, but this month we will have the semifinal allocation draw. So basically, each country will be drawn pretty much randomly into each semifinal, or well, each country that isn't the Big Five plus Ukraine. They're going to be drawn into a semifinal, and then, of course, they're also going to pass the host city insignia from Turin to Liverpool. And as usual, it's going to take place at late January, and I think in an interview they also said that they were going to premiere their art and the theming for Eurovision 2023 at the allocation draw, which I believe is what they did kind of in Turin as well. Although it was leaked a couple days earlier by Eurofans who live in Turin. regardless, they're gonna premiere it at the allocation draw, so there's that. Um, and let's go through the countries now. Uh, if there's nothing changed from the previous one, I'm not even gonna talk about it. Uh, Albania. I filmed the last episode right before the last night of Fix 61, and sure enough, Albina and her family won with the song Duye, which is apparently the first Albanian entry in Gag Albanian. So that's interesting. Azerbaijan, they are going to I think they've already selected it, or they're currently in the process of selecting it, and they expect the result by the end of this month. So we could have another Eurovision entry by the end of the month, although maybe the song might come later. I don't know. Belgium, as previously mentioned, they're having their national final this week. Croatia's doing Dora as usual. Another national final in the 11th. Andrew Lambro said in an interview that the music video for his song is gonna be filmed at the end of January or early February, and then the song itself will be released mid February. And he also said he expects epic staging. That is not me making stuff up. He literally said he expects epic staging, so make it out what you will. The Czech Republic, they announced a couple of days ago that they're gonna have their national final on the 30th of January. So by the time I record the next episode next month, there's gonna be yet another Eurovision entry that is confirmed. Some rumored names include Aiko, John Wolfhooker, Pam Rabbit, and a couple others. But we don't know exactly whether it's going to be free entries as previously talked about, or maybe they'll expand it. But most importantly, this is going to be the Czech Republic's first live national final in 15 years. So yeah, that's great for them. Denmark, nothing. Estonia, which it is funny actually. We're having the two semifinals this week, and then we have to wait all the way until the 11th of February to have the final, which is weird if you ask me. But hey, you do you. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Denmark is also having their national final on the 11th. That's 8 national finals. Yeah, crazy. Finland, as previously mentioned, we're getting the artists this week, and some of the songs this week, and the rest of them next week. Although the national final is only going to take place at the end of February. Georgia, apparently there's a date now. Apparently, the Voice Georgia is gonna end on the 2nd of February. So we'll see what happens. One thing I didn't mention in the previous episode is that one of the participants in The Voice Georgia this year is a certain Iru Khechanovi, or Khechanov, I'm not sure, but basically she's actually one of the members of Candy from Georgia Junior Eurovision 2011, with the song Candy Music. And of course, she and the other members of Candy performed in Yerevan in December. If you want to check that out, I think she was the one standing in the middle. So yeah, that's her. You can also look up The Voice Georgia, because not being biased at all, I think she's got a really strong voice and everything. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But apparently it's ending on the 2nd of February. I honestly didn't see this anywhere else, so good to know. You learn something new every day. And for Greece, the demoscopic jury has finished listening to the songs, and we know the 7 candidates. I believe the current favorite is Melissa Mantoukis with a song named "Liar." but we don't know how the jury voted. We only know that's how the demoscopic jury voted from various leaked sources on Twitter and such. Um, regardless, I think we're gonna get the announcement this month. As indicated here. Um, for Iceland, they're gonna have the national final on the 4th of March. I think this was announced a while back. But what we now know is that they're gonna announce their artists on the 28th this month. And then later on the 11th of February, uh, there's gonna be this kind of introductory show about the participants. But yeah, so keep an eye out on the 28th, because that's when we're gonna get the names of the participants of Sova Kepnin. Ireland. That's actually one thing that the Eurovisionario graphic forgot to include, and that is the names of participants of the Irish Eurosong, the Irish national final. Uh, Again, if you're on Twitter, you know about Crystal Ball ESC, and they've leaked a bunch of names. Well, they say leaked, but sometimes they don't get it right. Anyway, yeah, the names that I can remember right now are um, Wild Youth, and Connolly. I think her name is with I can't remember the name of the song either, but apparently Twitter Eurofans are loving it. So we'll see what happens. But apparently the first song is going to be premiered tomorrow. Wait, no, not tomorrow. Actually, today. Yeah, it's going to be premiered today on the Ryan Tuberty show, which is a radio show. Nora Kirel hasn't really said much, except that her song is gonna have some Hebrew in it. And that she's recorded 2 songs, and the final decision of which to bring to Liverpool will be down to her manager and, well, her. So yeah, that's about it. But it will mostly be in English. It will be a little bit in Hebrew, but mostly in English. For Latvia, the entries for Supernova were released last week. In fact, I actually listened to them on the plane flight here. I'm actually recording in a hotel room right now. But I listened to them. I gave my kind of thoughts. So, yeah, the songs were released, and then a day later or 2 days later, one of the entries was disqualified because it was performed before the 1st of September of 2022. So yeah, there won't be any replacements. So we're gonna have 14 participants in Supernova. Yeah, they're gonna have 14 entries in Supernova in the semifinal, and then in the final there's gonna be 10, I think. So yeah, it's another national final on the 11th of February. And for the neighboring country, Lithuania, most of the songs aren't out yet, but I think some of them are. And then one of the participants was disqualified again because her song was performed before the 1st of September. But this time there was a replacement. Ironically, I remember this replacement. They're named the Pixels. The Pixels with the song Schaukt, which I think means scream or something like that. Anyway, yeah. There's also some names in there. I think I already talked about them last month. Lina Stalite, Gimbrasi. So yeah, that's Lithuania. We don't have all the songs yet. And I'm pretty sure they're just gonna release them like according to their own schedule. Um, and with Malta, as I previously mentioned, they reduced the number of quarterfinals from 4 to 3, so I'm not really sure how that works. I think each show is gonna have 13 participants, and then one of them is gonna have an extra one. So yeah, it's very weird, but yeah. With Moldova, we have the return tentatively of Selectia Națională, which is their which literally just means national selection. Um, and it's gonna happen sometime between the 25th of February to the 5th of March, but before which there will also be the iconic live auditions. Um, and they also changed their head of delegation recently. I think around Christmas or so, they changed their head of delegation. So maybe we'll see something different from them. Maybe we won't. We wait and see what happens. Nothing much with the Netherlands. We still don't know when the song is gonna come out. I I edited this into the video last month, but their song could very well be named "Chasing Highs," and it's probably gonna be in English because let me look at the title. For Norway, yeah, a lot of stuff happening. As previously mentioned, they're having their first heat or semifinal this week, and the songs of the first heat are released. So I'll listen to them later, and I'll probably post about it on Twitter in some sort of Twitter thread. For Poland, we don't have a whole lot. We have a bunch of names, but that's about it. Well, a bunch of rumor names even. It's not even confirmed. For Portugal, we had the semifinal allocation, but other than that, I think we're gonna have some of the songs will be released this month, but I haven't looked into that, so uh, I might add it in editing. So yeah, I guess look out for that for the Portuguese songs. For Romania, their songs are out, although there's some drama over Berenița Mea, which is one of the competing entries. Some Romanian Eurofan accused them of plagiarizing uh, the game Rabbits, Rabbits with a D, and then and then the singer found the tweet and then literally said like, "You will be hearing from my lawyers," and that Eurofan has since deactivated. So let's see what happens. Um, Anyway, yeah. San Marino, not much going on. Serbia, as mentioned earlier, we're getting the artists today. Um, it's rumored to be 39 or something like that, crazy. And Slovenia, we don't have much else either. We have the song release date, which we've had for a while now, actually. Um, and we also know that the song is going to be in Slovene, not much for Sweden, and nothing for Switzerland, nothing for France, although people are starting to speculate that there's going to be an internal selection. Um, for Germany, I think their TikTok wildcard voting is going to start soon, although we don't know exactly when. For Italy, there's some more drama around Madame and allegedly being anti-vax. Uh, yeah, I haven't heard much else but this, but yeah. For Spain, again, like I said earlier, this week we're gonna have the press conference where they draw the running orders of the semifinals. Ukraine, not much happened after this election except they're gonna revamp to apparently make the chorus stronger. The UK, nothing. Um, so yeah, that's really about it. Um, there's there's not much to talk about, at least on the page. Although on my blog post, I added a section for important dates and also next Eurovision entry. So you can check those out if you're interested. Again, link in the description. I'm gonna continuously update that for the month, unlike this video. So yeah, hope you enjoyed my commentary on what we know so far about Eurovision 2023. Subscribe if you enjoyed that commentary, and so you don't miss my next video. I don't actually know what my next video is gonna be, so um, have fun. Um, like this video if you enjoyed, of course, and I'll see you next time.